Picture this. You walk into your local grocery store, and the shelves look like a scene from a bad disaster movie. No eggs, no tomatoes. The bread aisle, just a single lonely loaf staring back at you. Sounds dramatic, right? Well, it's not as far-fetched as you think. Prices are already skyrocketing, supply chains are shaky, and a trade war could push us into a full-blown grocery crisis faster than you can say, "Check out, please." Today, we're breaking down why this is happening, who's behind it, and what it could mean for your next trip to the store. Spoiler alert, you might want to grab a cart and maybe a helmet. Right now, food prices in the US are up about 3% compared to a year ago. That might not sound huge, but when you're already paying around $235 a week for groceries, yes, that's over $900 a month, it adds up fast. Polls show grocery costs are now America's #1 financial headache, beating out credit card debt, rent, and even the cost of childcare. More than half of us say grocery prices are a major source of stress. So why is this happening? A big piece of the puzzle is trade tensions. And by tensions, I mean a full-blown trade war kicked off by Donald Trump's tariff policies. Right now, new import duties on food are threatening to push the average family's grocery bill up by as much as $4,900 a year. Even if you're the kind of person who clips coupons like it's a competitive sport, you might still be looking at an extra $2,500 out of pocket. The problem is, the US doesn't grow everything we eat. Far from it. Mexico and Canada are our two biggest grocery suppliers, sending over $75 billion worth of food into American stores every year. From fresh winter vegetables to dairy products and baked goods, these countries are basically our food safety net. When tariffs hit them, we feel it immediately. That's because you can't just swap Mexican tomatoes or Canadian wheat for something grown locally overnight. Either the capacity isn't there or the cost is much higher. Take tomatoes, for example. A new 17% duty on Mexican imports might not sound earth-shattering until winter rolls around and your supermarket's produce aisle looks like a tomato-themed magic trick. Now you see them, now you don't? And it's not just tomatoes. Coffee from Brazil, which fuels millions of Americans every morning, has also been caught in tariff disputes. Add a few cents more per pound at the import level, and you're paying dollars more for every bag at home. Canadian maple syrup is another tasty casualty. Tariffs here mean your weekend pancakes might cost more, or taste a little less sweet if you switch to the budget brand. Then there's supply chain fragility. Earlier this year, a cyber attack on one major grocery distributor left shelves empty in several states almost overnight. If a single hack can do that, imagine what a long, drawn-out trade war could do to the food supply. And just to make things even more complicated, we've got climate shocks. Droughts in farming regions, floods wiping out crops, and hurricanes disrupting shipping routes. All of these drive up prices for essentials like eggs, coffee, and fresh produce. Oh, and we can't forget shrinkflation. That sneaky move where the box of cereal costs the same but holds just enough flakes for exactly 2 breakfasts and one sad handful straight out of the box at midnight. Another big factor, labor shortages. Recent immigration crackdowns have led to large-scale farm worker raids, especially in California's Oxnard region. Some farms lost 20 to 40% of their workforce overnight. That means billions in lost crops and produce prices up by as much as 12% in some categories. Even companies like Chobani are warning. Without immigrant labor, the US food system simply doesn't function. And no, before you ask, American workers aren't exactly lining up to pick strawberries in 100-degree heat. On top of that, the US recently banned live cattle imports from Mexico due to parasite outbreaks. That's a smart health move, but it's also likely to push beef prices higher. It's not just an American problem. The United Nations Food Price Index hit a 2-year high this summer, with meat and vegetable oils leading the surge. And when global prices go up, we pay more here too. Geopolitical tensions and tariffs aren't helping. When trading partners are busy taxing each other's goods, consumers end up footing the bill. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some companies are fighting back with smarter strategies. Chains like Chipotle and Sweet Green are teaming up with local farmers to keep supply chains shorter and more reliable. Tech is also stepping in, using AI and robotics to make deliveries faster, routes more efficient, and stock management more precise. And on the policy side, the USDA just rolled out a National Farm Security Action Plan to protect farmland and boost domestic food resilience. Will it work? Too soon to tell, but at least it's a start. For everyday shoppers, the impact is clear. Prices are changing what's in our baskets. Many households are cutting back on fresh produce and buying more processed foods because they're cheaper. That might save a few dollars now, but could cost a lot more in health later. There are still ways to fight back. Buy in bulk when it makes sense. Freeze perishables for later. Compare unit prices, not just sticker prices. Shop midweek when sales are better. Little habits like these can add up to big savings over time. The real test could come during the holiday season, when demand spikes and tariffs may push prices even higher. Imagine paying premium prices for turkey, or worse, finding out there's none left. The good news is, if local farming initiatives and supply chain tech keep advancing, we might avoid the worst-case scenario. But make no mistake, the road ahead is bumpy. So here's the bottom line: higher prices, fewer imports, weaker harvests. This isn't some far-off, maybe one-day problem. It's already at our doorstep, and if tariffs expand or supply chains take another hit, those empty shelves could be the new normal. But here's where you come in. Have you already noticed your grocery bill creeping up? Have you seen your favorite items vanish from the shelves? Or maybe you've got your own theory about who's really to blame. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, I read them all, and this is a conversation we need to have. The more people talk about it, the harder it is for anyone to ignore. So like, share, and tag a friend who still thinks this is just politics and not about the price of their next carton of eggs, because trust me, this affects all of us.